Hello everyone, welcome back to King's Quest V. Okay, it's time to enter at our own risk. So yeah, this is a, I guess this is officially known as the Dark Forest. At least I seem to recall that's what the hint book for the game calls it. But yeah, let's go into the Dark Forest. Come on, Graham. Oh no, I'm not going in there. Can't you read the sign? Come on, Cedric, there might be something important in here. Go if you want to. I'll wait here. Funnily enough, you get a point for just walking into this place. It's kind of funny. You get points just for stepping in here. So, yeah, in snarling roots, creeping vines, decaying logs, and twisted, gnarled trees, the close feeling of the gloomy forest quickly overwhelms Graham. So the game does a bit of a trick here. So you can see the path branches off to the left and to the right. It actually really doesn't matter which way you go. Once you go either of those ways, you can't come back. So at this point here in this screen, you can still leave if you change your mind. Thank goodness, Graham. I didn't know if I'd ever see you again. So yeah, you can go back on the first screen, but after that, it seems to Graham that there is an unusual amount of toads in this forest. Can we catch one? I think I didn't quite click on that one. Those toads look too repulsive to catch. Alright. So yeah, so you can still go back here, but once you go to either the left or the right... Come on, Graham, you're not stuck on anything. Get real. Oh. To Graham's great relief, it appears that the witch's magic has been stopped by the amulet he's wearing, just as Madame Mushka claimed it would. So, the witch doesn't always show up right after you leave that screen, but sometimes she does, obviously. Sometimes you can go 2 or 3 screens before she shows up. It's kind of random. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't make any difference. It's just kind of funny. Sometimes she shows up at different times. But now, if you try to go back to the right, you'll find that Graham can't go back to the right. He ends up in a completely different place. So yeah, there's no way to go back now. We're stuck here. So let's see, what's the deal with this witch? Of all the ugly hags Graham has seen in his life, this is by far the ugliest. Really? Is she uglier than Hagatha from King's Quest 2? Who knows? Oh well. Let's go ahead and have a chat with her. These plants are pretty, yeah, it doesn't say anything about these plants, but these plants are so metal. They're like some kind of, like something you'd see on an acid trip or something. So let's see. Not that I speak from experience, of course, but yeah. So let's go ahead and speak with the witch and see what she has to say.
What are you doing in my forest, young man? Don't you know you're trespassing?
Oh, I didn't know this was a private forest. Do you own it?
Of course I own it. It's mine. And what did you do to my magic?
I don't think you need to know. Now tell me something. How does one leave this terrible forest?
I'll never tell. I'm afraid you're stuck, dearie. Now you're my prisoner.
We'll see about that.
Yes, won't we?
So, you can't actually do much with the witch, directly. Even though the old witch is now powerless to inflict evil magic on Graham, Graham also finds himself powerless to do anything about her. And she doesn't actually harm you directly, as long as you're wearing the amulet. But, you might guess we need to get inside this house here. So this is, yeah, it's a crude, misshapen structure which appears to be some sort of house. But yeah, it's the witch's house, and we need to get inside, but she obviously is not going to let us inside. She just kind of stands there, and you might think that Graham could step around her or something like that, but no, you can't actually get around her. We need to deal with her. She is very dangerous, and we need to deal with her. Fortunately, that's easy enough. So remember I told you, 3 things we need. The amulet, the cause of which is already clear, the honeycomb, which we'll use a bit later, and the bottle. Let's go ahead, and you've seen what happens when you open the bottle, so let's go ahead and use that genie's magic in a more applied fashion.
What's this?
Oh, I love this music. Ah, freedom at last. Now you spend the next 500 years in that bottle. Well, that ended that. Good. That old witch won't be seen around here for a long time. But now, how to get out of this dreadful forest? So, yeah, let's see. We need to, well, now that we've dealt with the witch, let's go ahead and check out what's in store for us in the witch's house here. Come on. Come on, Graham. Seriously? There's nothing in your way, dude. Okay. Oh! Oh, I almost forgot about this. This is the game's copy protection, as you can probably guess just by looking at it. Gosh, let me see. I had actually forgotten about this. I wasn't expecting that, but I guess I should have, of course. I mean, it's part of the game. Let's see, I'm pretty sure that I have the copy protection codes around here somewhere. Yeah, so the idea is fairly simple. Each of these symbols matches up with a letter from A to Z or Z. So you just need to know which symbol matches which letter. So the rectangle is E. So there we go, E. The cross is O. O. The rectangle with an X in it, the voting, the person you voted for on the voting ballot is F. And what's that last thing? Looks like a V with a tadpole hanging off it or something, or a sperm cell. That is a K. So, when we're going to click on OK. There we go. Alright, let's see, what do we have here? So, the old witch's house has been crudely fashioned from an old tree trunk and salvaged stone. It has a cold, creepy feeling to it, and Graham would just as soon leave. Well, we'll be leaving soon enough. Let's take a look around. So, Graham sees an intricate trunk tucked under a large crack in the wall, which seems to serve as a window. An intricate spinning wheel is tucked away in the trunk. Reaching a hand into the trunk, Graham retrieves the small spinning wheel and puts it into hammer space. The trunk is now empty. Alright. Can we look out the windows? I guess not. Alright. Graham spies a crude drawer built into the trunk of a tree which is poking awkwardly through the house. Everything here is crude. Come on, man. This is, it's natural living. She built a house out of stone and wood. Come on, it's, a small pouch is tucked away in the drawer. Okay, let's take the pouch. Graham reaches into the drawer and removes the leather pouch. Alright. The leather pouch is drawn tightly closed. Do we want to open it? Upon opening the leather pouch, Graham discovers 3 sparkling emeralds. Hey, nice. Luck of the Irish. The trio of sparkling emeralds dazzle the eyes. Alright. Can you put them back in the pouch? No, we cannot. What a shame. Alright. Alright, what's this here? An urn or something? An interesting incense burner hangs from a protruding tree branch. Occasionally from within it, a tiny glint winks. Ooh, a glint winks. What's this? Why, it's a little key. Alright. So we got a little key. It is a tiny brass key. Alright, so I think that's all we need here. We need the key, the pouch with the diamonds, and the spinning wheel. I think that's all we need from the witch's house here, so we can exit. Alright, let's see now. Oh, I guess this thing in the middle blocks the way, so you have to walk to the side. You can't walk over this thing in the middle. I guess these are like 2 walkways then. These are 2 walkways with some kind of impassable thing in between them. Weird, okay. So let's go ahead and, whoops, oh, not that, this here. There we go, let's go ahead and click on that. Looted the witch's house. And just for fun, let's see what happens if we walk into this crevice. Gotta watch those drop-offs, Graham. In the voiced version of the game, there's actually quite a blood-curdling scream which Graham emits when he falls into something like that. When he falls down, there's a really horrible scream that he gives, but in this floppy version of the game, it's just kind of just a falling sound. Also, one thing which the CD-ROM version of the game did have is colored cursors. So I think somebody mentioned earlier they recall the cursors of this game being colored. The CD-ROM has that, this floppy version does not. And before I forget, let's go ahead and actually see what happens if we encounter the witch without wearing the amulet. Let me see, can I think I'm wearing the amulet already here, but can I just remove it by clicking on it, clicking it on myself again? It says he's already wearing the amulet. Can I maybe click the hand on it here? No, I cannot. Okay, looks like I cannot. Looks like the game doesn't let you take it off after you start wearing it, so I'll just need to restore to a point where I didn't have the amulet yet. I'm pretty sure I didn't have it here because this is just after we got out of the desert, or actually as we're getting out of the desert. So, sure, let's go ahead and do it here, and let's just see what happens when we, yes, I know, sir, I'm not actually trying to see Madame Mushka. Let's go ahead and, let's just go ahead and see what happens if we get into that forest without the amulet, shall we? It's kind of funny that you might get a point for coming in here even if you're stuck. Like if you don't have the amulet, you're kind of stuck here. But you get a point for that anyhow. That old witch caught Graham totally off guard. Ribbit. Yeah, you don't really see the frog that well, but there's a frog down there. And that, of course, is the reason for the preponderance of frogs in this dark forest. So that's what happens if you run into the witch when you're not wearing the amulet. All right, so actually we're already almost done here. Let's actually just head off to the right here for a second and see what's over here. Oh yeah, the music changes here a bit. Again, there's the main dark forest theme happening there, but there's just sort of that tinkling melody overlaid on top of it, which might remind you of something which might remind you of a musical theme that we've actually heard twice before. Now there's obviously something with this tree. There's a path leading up to the tree, right? So what's with this? Everything around here is crude, man. Come on. Not everything in this forest has to be crude all the time. A crude little door built into the trunk of a large twisted tree catches Graham's attention. Let's open it up. Graham tugs at the door in the tree but finds it securely locked. Well, you need to tug harder, sir. You need to keep tugging until the butter comes. Or we could surmise that maybe the key is of some application here. Graham finds that the little key fits perfectly in this lock. Okay. A little golden heart has been placed inside the crude door of the twisted old tree. They're really fond of using that word crude and twisted. They couldn't think of other words for anything here. Well, alright. Reaching a hand into the open door of the tree, Graham extracts the little golden heart. Alright. So we have a golden heart. By the way, you can use this golden heart as currency in a lot of places, like in the bakery, for example. Remember I showed you can use the gold coin to buy a pie? You can also use this golden heart to buy a pie. And you can also, somebody pointed out, you can also, the golden needle and the golden coin are essentially interchangeable because you can use the gold coin to buy the cloak. And the guy, the gypsy in front of Madame Mushka's place will also accept the golden needle to go see Madame Mushka. I think if I remember right, if you give him the golden needle, he says, "That is not a gold coin, but it will do, we were." So, they're kind of interchangeable, but you're not supposed to interchange them because you're supposed to give the golden needle to the tailor because it's his golden needle that he lost and he'd like to have it. It's just, you know, it's not, I mean, you can do it the other way around, it's just you're not supposed to. But then people do lots of things they're not supposed to do, don't they? But yeah, if you use the golden heart for anything else other than what you're supposed to use it for, then you can't win the game. That's kind of important. And I'm pretty sure you can guess, even if you don't know, you can probably already guess what it's for. So here we go. Boy, these plants really, they just look hellish. Like they literally look like a vision of hell. Like literally. It kind of reminds me of Lemmings. If those of you who've played through the first Lemmings game remember that it's such a cute game. Like Lemmings is really such a cute game. It looks like a children's game, but then there are just a couple of levels which have this kind of imagery in them. And it's like, what's up with that? Why did they put this weird sort of demonic imagery in a children's game? It's kind of like that here. I mean, this is supposed to be it's supposed to be a family game. So I don't know. I mean, these plants kind of weirded me out a little bit when I was a kid. Like I didn't have nightmares about them or anything, but it's just kind of like, what's up with that, man? Anyway, there's obviously something important going on here because there are these eyes watching us. Peering curiously at him through the heavy foliage of the dark forest, Graham notices several pairs of bright, blinking eyes. Hello? Who's there? I say, who's there? Please help me. Please? Oh, never mind. No answer. Graham can see the eyes, but he can't quite reach them. Well, let's get closer. Let's use this travel cursor to walk right up to the eyes. No, doesn't work. All right. I don't know how you're supposed to figure this out exactly. It's kind of a little bit, I suppose it's a little bit, I feel like this is one of the less obvious puzzles in the game. I mean, it's not super terrible. It's not like total moon logic, but it's definitely, yeah, it's not, I don't know of any hints that the game gives you that you're supposed to do this. By the way, somebody commented recently on a video I made where Ken Williams was talking about moon logic. Somebody commented that Roberta Williams once said she likes to make puzzles harder just to make the game kind of a special experience, just to sort of mess with the player a bit. And my response was, I guess that means Roberta Williams is kind of like a dominatrix, and we're sort of like her slaves because we're doing, you know, she's just like messing with us, with our heads and trying to make things harder for us. Which, after giving that response, I'm not sure who has bigger problems, Roberta Williams, the game players, or myself, but that's another matter. Anyway, getting back to this game, what you're supposed to do is use the honeycomb on the ground. Squeezing the honeycomb as hard as he can, Graham causes the honey to drip out of it onto the ground, creating a little puddle of honey at his feet. Now all that's left of the honeycomb is a piece of beeswax, which Graham pockets, even though it's none of our beeswax. Actually, I guess it is. The bees offered it to us, so... All right, so we have the honey on the ground, and what do you logically do with honey on the ground? You throw treasure into it, because in your honey fits treasure. Well, Graham's aim is not very good. I tried to throw the emerald into the honey, but he threw it way over here, so Graham is very white. Let's try again. It's not too bad. I keep getting points for losing emeralds, so it must be a good thing, right? Let's try again with the last emerald.
Please let me go, I beg of you.
Why should I do that? What will you do for me?
I'll show you the way out of the forest, if you let me go.
How do I know I can trust you?
I give you my word, an elf never breaks his word.
I'm not sure that's true. Well, it's against my better judgment, but okay.
Move over, Rocky, you're in our way.
Sorry. All right, and there's not much left to do except follow. It follows.
Follow me, in here.
Again, still not much to do except follow. It's kind of a cool effect with the skeleton in the ground there.
Over here. I've got something for you. I never take anything without giving in return. For your generosity in giving me those exquisite emeralds, I give you my finest pair of shoes. May they help you in your quest. Follow that passage. That's the way out of the dark forest.
Thank you very much for all your help, and I'm sure I'll be able to find a use for these fine shoes. Oh, they wave goodbye. They wave before he goes out through the tunnel. I like something about the artwork of these underground scenes. There are just a couple of them, but they look kind of cool. Oh, I'm glad to see you're okay. I was beginning to worry. You were right to not want to venture into that dark forest, Cedric. I thought I'd never get out of there alive. See, Graham says Cedric is right. People complain that Cedric is a coward, but come on, if Cedric had gone in there, he would have died. Or been turned into a frog, just as Graham almost was. Alright, well, I guess it's pretty obvious what we do with that heart. I'm pretty sure that even if you haven't played this game, you can probably guess what you're supposed to do with the heart. So let's go ahead and do the obvious thing. What you do with the heart is exactly what you think you do with the heart.
My heart! You found it! I don't need this old thing anymore. Look at me! I'm a princess again! Herbert!
Alicia! Oh, now you show up, buddy. How did you... You came from the opposite direction. You must have passed by here, because we met you on the other side. You must have passed through here. Where have you been all this time, my love? You must have seen her.
Oh, darling, just take me home. I'll tell you on the way.
You can't have, like, walked by here and not seen her and realized, well, obviously this is the tree that the... Okay, forget it. Forget it. They're happy. Happily ever after. It's a love story. It's a fairy tale with a happy ending. They're happy. Let's just be happy. And hey, we got something out of it. A beautiful harp lights on the ground. We can take the harp if she didn't break it from carelessly tossing it on the ground like she did. Bending down, Graham picks the harp up off the ground and takes it with him. All right, so we have now a small harp of beautifully carved mahogany. I think Graham can play it too. That's it. One chord. Having learned how to play the harp long ago, Graham now plays beautifully. Yeah, somebody commented on videos from long ago. I think pretty much all the members of the Daventry royal family are musically talented, because you see them playing musical instruments throughout the series. I mean, Rosella played the flute and the organ in King's Quest IV. Alexander plays the flute again in King's Quest VI. Graham played the fiddle in King's Quest I, of course. So, I mean, yeah, they all appear to be musically talented, or at least trained. It's like one chord, man, come on. All right, well, we got the harp. That's nice. What else do we need? Let's see, I think now we'll find... Yeah, so the gypsies have gone. Graham notices a grassy clearing at the edge of the woods. But what's this? A tambourine lies on the ground near the abandoned gypsy encampment. Not seeing the tambourine's owner, Graham bends down and rescues it from the ground. All right, now we have a tambourine. Ho, ho, ho. It is an ordinary tambourine. Can Graham play the tambourine? Maybe that requires some musical talent that's beyond him. Graham hits and shakes the tambourine with much ruckus, but finds it doesn't accomplish anything. But you had fun doing it, and that was the most important part of the game, wasn't it? All right, let's see. Just thinking how we're doing for, let's, yeah, just wondering whether we should end the video here. I'll go on a little bit longer and just finish off a few things. So, we have a few extra things that we still need to do. So, yeah. These gnomes, we now have something that we need to give to them. Most of the characters in this game are one-off trades. You give them something, they give you something that you need. So in this case, the trade here is you give these guys the spinning wheel. Where did you get this? I thought I'd lost it. I guess he's supposed to be Scottish. Oh, is it yours? I found it in the old witch's house in the dark forest.
So that's what it got to. The old hag took it, eh? You know this ain't no ordinary spinning wheel.
It's not? What's so special about it?
Why, this spinning wheel can spin straw into gold, that's what. Except you got to know how to use it. 'Cause I'm Scottish. And a gnome. I doubt even the witch could figure that out. Thank you for bringing it back to me.
Wait, is he supposed to be Irish or Scottish? Maybe he's Irish. Okay, let's assume maybe he's... Wait, are gnomes Irish or Scottish? I don't know. Wait, not so fast. How about that marionette? Don't you think the price of the spinning wheel is worth at least twice that of the puppet? I'd love to have it. I'll do Irish now if I can.
Yeah, I guess so. Boy, give that there marionette to the man here. I'll make you a new one.
I can't do an Irish accent. I can do a Scottish accent.
I can do a Scottish accent, but I can't do Irish. I don't know why. Come on, boy, let's go gather up some wood for a new puppet.
You'd think I would have picked up how to do an Irish accent from watching Jacksepticeye, but I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power. I don't know why. Okay, so we got the marionette, we got the puppet, and what do you do with a puppet? You play with it. So let's proceed to do so. The craftsmanship of the marionette is superb. No, he's not. What kind of nonsense is that? That's a bunch of poppycock. You're never too old to play with toys. Oh, I think he needs some of this, Trebek. Okay, let's head into the town, because we have a couple of things that we can trade for in the town. And, oh yeah, this snake, the way that you deal with the snake is use the tambourine on it. Ooh. Frightened by the noisy tambourine, the snake reluctantly slithers away. Alright, so yeah, that's it. The snake is gone now, and we can go into the mountains, but we want to be prepared before we do that, so we'll go there a little bit later. Let's go into the town. This should be the last time we need to go into the town. I love the town music. It's just a very simple waltz, but it's very pleasant. Have I mentioned that I used to play this music on the piano? When I was a kid, I actually learned... I figured out how to play this music on the piano. So, come on, get in there. I can use the hand on the doors, but I thought you could get in by using the walk icon on the doors as well.
Come on in, look around. Let me know if you're interested in anything.
So, obviously having a toy, you might guess we need to use the toy on the toy man because... Papa, Mama wants you to know that it's almost lunchtime.
Okay, son. Tell her I'll be in soon.
What, in her? I mean, I understand... I understand what he meant. I'm just being a little... Just being a little naughty with my interpretation of that.
Grandpapa?
Yes, my darling.
Yeah, we already saw that about the doll and how she really likes the doll. Alright. Nur die Harten kommen in den Garten. Die Härteren kommen in die Gärtnerin. Okay, let's go ahead and give the doll to the guy.
Where did you get this wonderful marionette? The craftsmanship is excellent.
Well, I don't know if you'll believe me or not, but I got it from a little gnome.
I must have it. Can I buy it from you?
Actually, you may have it if you'll give me the sled in trade.
Why, of course, but
I must tell you, I think I'm getting the better deal. I can always make another sled, but finding another marionette of this quality? I don't know. So, can I have the sled? Oh, so I can have the sled? Yes, yes, take it, it's yours. Thank you very much. I think I'll find the sled very useful. Well, you enjoy it, and thank you for the marionette. And, you know, there are various degrees of ridiculousness in adventure games like this, but this is sort of getting up there. Where did Graham put the sled exactly? The sled is bigger than he is. I mean, I don't think he just stuffed it into his pants or under his shirt or under his hat. When I was younger, I would probably have said something like, well, obviously he placed it within his cavernous rectum, but I am older and more mature now, and I will refrain from making such coarse jokes. Instead, let's go into the shoemaker's shop here.
It's you again, is it? We still don't have any shoes for sale.
Well, you might not, but I do. This is the finest pair of shoes Graham has ever seen, although a bit small for his feet.
What have we here? Mama, take those shoes from the young man. Let me see them.
They don't ask, can I see the shoes? They just take them.
These are the finest pair of shoes I've ever seen. The leather is soft and pliable, yet sturdy. The craftsmanship of the shoes are superb. And, Mama, look at the solid gold buckle. Why, I could retire with the sale of these shoes.
Then the shoes are yours. I don't think I could find any use for them.
You're a godsend, young man. How can we ever repay you?
You don't need to repay me. Just knowing I helped you is enough for me. See, Graham is a king.
Well, it ain't much, but it's all I've got to give. Here, take my cobbler's hammer. Perhaps you can find a use for it. Since I'll be retiring, I won't need it anymore, thanks to you.
Why, thank you. A hammer could come in mighty useful on my journey.
Take care, young man. We'll never forget this. That's right, son. We'll finally be able to retire in comfort. You'll be in our hearts from now on. Come on, Mama. Let's go home. Let's celebrate our good fortune.
Even the dog goes. And they just leave us here alone in this shop. And I mean, there's some other stuff here. Like, if we really want to, we could take this flask or whatever it is up here. But, yeah. Or the paintings. We could take the paintings and sell them. But, or the stool or the furniture. But no, that's it. That's all we need to do there. So we're done here, actually. We are done in this town. That's all we need to do. We traded the shoes for the hammer here. We traded the doll for the sled here. We traded the needle for the cloak here. And we got the silver coin and the fish from here. That's it. That's all you do in the town of Serenia. We are done here. We leave the town, never to return. All right, let's go ahead and save the game. Left the town again. And I think we'll go ahead and leave it at that for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been another video of King's Quest V. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a great day or night or whatever time of earthy rotation it is for you. I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.